the ground, shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain. Game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no. I got no rival.
Hello and welcome back again. I know. Too much of me. It's enough for some people. I mean, Kate's been with me for 7 years, and she could tell you that's been 7 years too long. However, welcome back. Welcome back. As I say, if you are coming back to us from our Watford preview earlier, thank you for tuning in to that. If not, and you are here for the predictions, then obviously we have got a show for you. So obviously it's the third week of the predictions now. As it stands at the moment, funnily enough, Kate tops the leaderboard again. Don't know how she keeps doing it, but there's only 2 in it now. I've moved up to second with 6. Kate's at the top with 8, and the guests are on 5. So our guest today has got their work cut out to try and give the guests some decent scores this week. A couple of comments before we get into this as well. Henry's in. Evening to yourself, Henry. Hope you are well. Kate says, hello again. Even hello, just behind the camera over there. Hope you're well. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Henry says, cool, what do you make of the new loan signing Teller? Well, I'll tell you this for free. Put your money away. I think that this signing is, from what I'm gathering from the Southampton fan base, is that he's got pace. He just lacks a bit of oomph in front of goal, to be honest. So it sounds a bit like an Adama Traore type player. Just pace like no other, but no end product. I suppose we will see. We will see in the end. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming in. Let's have a look at it. Carl's back. Hope you are well, Carl. And Simon's in the house as well. All right, Shagoos. How's it going? Hope the clarets indeed. So we do have a wonderful guest coming on. I do really enjoy it when I speak to Doug. So it's nice to get Doug on the channel again. And we will bring him in after this. So what I would like you to do is please drop a like on this video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. And if you've not, where have you been hiding? Please, all you've got to do is hit that subscription button. It's free. It costs you nothing. Zilch. You could open your wallet, say, oh, I ain't got no. You don't need no. Just hit that subscribe button and show your support to the channel. We do appreciate it. And this is where you can find us on all social media networks. So here he is, the glorious-looking Scotsman himself, Douglas Horn. How are you?
I'm very well, Dan. Thank you very much for asking me to be on this evening. It is a pleasure, as always.
No, the pleasure's all mine having you on the channel. It's like being able to work with a legend. Honestly, I really do appreciate you giving up your time on Thursday night for us. So, first and foremost, hope you are well. Hope you and Rebecca are well. Everything's good in Edinburgh. And secondly, give a plug to your channels and what you do.
Yeah, we're both good. We're both good. It's absolutely boiling here in Edinburgh. It's been about 27 degrees, so sitting in the back office for about 7.5 hours today has not been pretty. Uh, but my channel is the Dugout Football channel on YouTube. So our handle is Enrod_992. Instagram is Douglas.Horn, and Facebook is Douglas James Horn.
Happy days. So please do go and show Doug your support. The link to Doug's YouTube channel is in the description of the video, so please do go check that out. A couple more comments before we get into the itty-gritty of this week's stuff. Nice to see Kate survived after predicting Blackburn to win against Swansea, and look what happened. Yeah, they romped home, didn't they? It pained me to say it and see where they are in the division right now. But yet again, they thought they'd won the league in September last year. So, let's not go there. Let them have their moment. It happens. You can peak too early. Henry says, I'm melting with the heat, but apart from that, I'm doing okay. Happy days. Dan's in from Barrow on Tour says, hello, mate. Hello to your fine self. Hope you're well. Kate says, and I was right. That's what happened. Henry says, hi, Doug.
Oh.
Simon says, the Teller welcome video is next level. Yeah.
Whoever made that is fantastic.
I don't understand where they're coming from.
And a classic show from the Generation game. And then all the tellers, it was fantastic.
True Red says, you're a god at predicting football matches, Kate. Put it that way. Yeah, I'll give her that.
She is.
I'll give her that.
By the way, I don't know if I've actually spoken to you before now, but congratulations on 600.
Oh no, thank you very much. Thank you very much. As I say, the next and the last challenge will be at 1K, but that is it. So I'm thinking of something big.
You're slowly getting up there. Slowly getting up there. Slowly. But I'll make a bold prediction. You'll probably be there by Christmas.
Oh, I would love it if I can get there by Christmas. If I can get to 700, if I can get to 7, I was thinking if I can get 700 by Christmas, I'll be happy. But sometimes you've got to make a bold prediction and a bold statement like that. So why not? Why not indeed? Chris Welch is in. He says, evening, lads. Hope you're well. Boiling in Scotland and Carlisle. Mad world. Yeah, I bet Edinburgh Castle is sat on a tilt because it's just melting in. Kate says, well, I don't like to brag, but yeah.
Hope you're okay, by the way. Hope you're well.
Chris says it's not nice working in this heat.
No,
I bet it's not. I bet it's not. I bet that little young lady at your work who you've took a shine to, just like, are you there like, oh, I'll dab you forehead, it's all right. I'm being all loving and tender to her. Dan says, doing a Burnley career on FIFA, nice one. True Red says, you have to do it, Kate, especially in the early days. You do. Chris says, both of these legends have earned their subs. Just saying, thank you very, very much indeed, Mr. Welch. Do appreciate those kind words. And Henry says, the Leaning Tower of Carlisle. Yeah. That's just League Two. Hey. Says, I don't want to toot my own horn simply because anything could change. That is true. That is true. And Chris says, yeah, definitely, Dan. So, I mean, I'm guessing you've seen some of the Championship to start with. I know, obviously, the Prem's back now. First and foremost, obviously, I'll speak to you about Liverpool, where you've been a Liverpool supporter. How do you see your season going in the Prem? Because for me, from looking as an outsider, think you're in for a very good one this year.
I hope so. I mean, the way I know, obviously, we drew with Fulham and all that, and I know it was a newly promoted side as well. But all about your home games. If you can win your home games, win your away games, I mean, obviously, it's still way too early anyway. But anything can happen in the Premier League. But I'm hopeful that we can have a good Premier League run and a good Champions League run. Hopefully win one of the big two this season. Hopefully.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And have you watched much of the Championship then?
I have actually. There's that highlight show on I think it's ITV4. I think it is.
Yeah, it's definitely not as good as the Championship was when that was on RTV.
No, it's not. It's not. But I am enjoying it, and I think there's been some very, very good games, some quite cracking scorelines as well. So no, I'm really enjoying the championship so far this season, and obviously long may it continue.
Yeah, as we say, we all know that the championship is a very, very difficult league to get out of, and it's also anything can happen. As we saw only 2 seasons back, Barnsley were in the playoffs, and then last season relegated. It seems there is another championship Yorkshire club looking like they're set to follow in Huddersfield at the moment with the way they're going. But we shall see. It is still early doors. Henry says, what does the table look like after 2 games? You don't want to know. It's just some blue and white shite sat at the top. That's all. But we're in 3rd, I think. I think we're 3rd. So, yeah, as I say, it's still early. And True Red says, can't wait to play Liverpool for revenge for the cheating gits. It's always one Forest fan.
Apparently, is he a Forest fan, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to your return to the top flight, obviously at the City ground. Fantastic ground, I must say. Absolutely fantastic ground.
Everybody else is looking forward to them returning to the Championship, to be fair.
Yeah. It's way too early to be saying that. Way too early.
No, it's true. Chris Welch says, watching Hugh Woodencroft and Dean Ashton is 2 hours of my time I won't get back.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, Dean Ashton actually came up with a stat when they were talking about Burnley against Huddersfield on the opening day, saying, "Oh, Burnley have not been this, this dominant since they were last successful in the Championship."
Didn't they say you won the league like one season?
Yeah, in 2013-14, the exact season that we finished 11th. I'm just like, wow, come on, do your research,
Do your research, mate. Do your research.
Flipping it. Some of them, honestly, the man just boggled how half of these players can just get into, sports journalism and they don't know fucking Scooby. But speaking of which, that's why we do these prediction shows. We haven't a Scooby on what's going to happen, but we like to predict them anyway. So it is week 3 of the EFL Championship predictions. And, let's just say, the boys in Claret will be starting off the EFL weekend tomorrow at Vicarage Road. Doug, both sides are unbeaten so far as it stands. And how do you see this one, especially with Watford looking like they're set to lose Ismail Assar and Emmanuel Dennis?
If they had kept them both by the end of the transfer window, I think something would have been far wrong. Sarr's goal the other night, wow. Just wow. I know David Button was well off his line, but the audacity to have that was absolutely fantastic. So very, very well done to him. But yeah, Dennis, I think, is going to Nottingham Forest. And I think as well that Sarr, I think, going to Leeds, I think.
Yeah, Sarr to Leeds and Dennis to Forest.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I've got to be honest, I've been impressed with Burnley. I've been very impressed with the way that Vincent Kompany's got his side playing. And, he won there last season. And I'm actually going to go for the same result. I'm going to go for a Burnley win.
Oh, you and Kate with a Burnley win. I'm not so confident, but I feel like I should be. But I'm not. I'm almost sitting on the fence with it. It's one of those games where both teams, knowing that ideally they should be up there by the end of the campaign. So, a share of the spoils now doesn't damage any of them, but it could come back to haunt them if one of the teams win, shall we say. Can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going to go for a draw.
Interesting.
I don't know why. Something just tells me it'll be a another point shared, and both teams remain unbeaten. But hopefully we do win, and obviously knock those dirty bastards from down the M65 off top of the table. But we shall see. Stephen's in. Hope you are well. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. But if you have, absolutely fantastic. And please do go check out Doug's stuff as well in the description. True Reds in as well, says Watford 1, Burnley 1. Henry's gone for 2-1 Watford. Come on, Henry. Come on.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know this. I think this particular person's, I think it's sister's team's Watford, I think. So I think that might be why, yeah.
That's why. Simon says, I think if we can set a high tempo, we can win. I think it could be 3-1 to the Clarets. See, I thought we were going to have an high-scoring game against Luton, but I was totally made to put that one to bed when I said 4-1, but I was definitely wrong. But I will take it if that happens. It says, all good, thanks, bud. Hope you're well too. Yeah, all is good in the hood over here. And as Henry says there, my sister is a Watford season ticket holder. We all have our crosses to burn. That's all I'm going to say, right? We all do things that we wish we didn't, but, fair play. So, yeah, there we go. Kate and Doug are gone for a Burnley win, and myself, the Burnley content creator, goes for a draw. Oh, well, Sailor V. Ducky's in the chat. Funnily enough, he's gone 3-1 as well.
Seems to be the most popular scoreline.
It does. Apart from Henry with the 2-1 Watford, but,
Yeah.
I like Kate's comment. Can we interest your sister in a Burnley season ticket instead? And Chris says Watford 1, Burnley 2. I will take that.
Funnily enough, that is my actual prediction in my videos as well. I've gone 2-1 Burnley. Yeah, I've gone 2-1 Burnley.
No, it's fair enough. Henry says if it was any other club, I would have gone Burnley down. I know that. Chris says 1-1. And Ducky says we will counter-attack them. Well, let's hope so, obviously. Well. Let's hope so. They've obviously signed Hamza Chowdhury, which will be a good player in the midfield for them.
Good move. Good move. I think they needed a little bit of steel in that midfield, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Henry says no, she would never turn her back on the Hornets. That's because she's scared of getting stung. Hey! And Carl says, who to score for Burnley?
I'll go Maatson because I think he's been looking really good. I'm actually going to go Brownhill again. I think he scored at Vicarage Road last season as well.
He did, yeah.
Funnily enough, I actually remember doing this on the 1892 Reds podcast.
Yeah, you covered the Watford.
I covered this, and I actually covered this, and actually both times I watched Burnley play, they've actually both won. I watched them against Huddersfield, did I watch them for that, and then obviously I watched them against Watford, and they won for that. So you never know, but I must say that Maatson is some player.
Yeah, he is, and the fact that obviously Chelsea have now signed Cucurella as well, may have weakened his spot as a left back. So there could be scope for us to sign him on a perm at the end of the season. Who knows? Chris says I'd take 100% possession against Watford. Henry says good quality player in my opinion. Yeah, Maatson is. And Simon says I think Brownhill and Benson to get to. Yeah, I think Benson might get off the mark. Obviously, I know Teller's available as well after just signing today. On loan from Southampton. So he's available, but whether he starts or not is a completely different question. So moving on to the next one then, and we take a trip to Wales. Cardiff taking on Birmingham. Now, for me, I honestly thought Birmingham, I know it's still early doors, but I've tipped Birmingham for the drop. I just think they've flirted around it for far too long. And it wouldn't surprise me if Cardiff are in and about it as well. They seem to punch above their weight.
Oh, Cardiff. Well. I mean, everyone was saying last week when they beat Norwich, oh, yeah, Cardiff, fantastic. We can go to Reading and win. No, you lost. You lost to bloody... you lost to Paul Ince. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I don't rate him as a manager. I never have, and I never will. And obviously, he managed to side down the M62, didn't he? So, enough said there. Birmingham have really impressed me. They've really impressed me. They played really well against Luton, and they beat Huddersfield the other night as well. So, that's a hard one. That's a hard one to call. Cardiff are usually good at home as well, but I'm going to go for a draw.
A draw. Interesting. People said Kate went for a Birmingham win. Can't keep up with the comments for some reason. I don't know why. This laptop's too slow, or don't start now. Ducky says Cardiff 1, Birmingham 1. Phil's in. He says, evening, Dan. Hope you're well, Phil. Hope you are well. Chris says, I forgot this is a tourist class used to Premiership class, Henry. Oh, give it a rest, Christopher. Anthony says, Watford 1, Burnley 1. Simon says, the fact I work with Birmingham fans has nothing to do with it. And why is it doing this now? Chris says, the problem with kleptomaniacs is that they always take things literally. Poor. Speaking of poor, Henry says, Birmingham are poor. I think it's a Cardiff win for me. Not sure what figure to put on it. Totally up to you. Chris says, can you believe there's actually people that would watch these nonsense YouTubers in boxing than watch EFL football? Shame on you. I agree. I agree. Come on, system. Catch up. Anthony's gone Cardiff 2, Birmingham 2. True Red's gone Birmingham 2, Cardiff 1. Chris has gone 1 apiece, a share of the spoils. Tom says Huddersfield 1, Stork 3 on Saturday. Obviously, being a Huddersfield fan, we'll get to them shortly, but fair play. And Chris says Cardiff have signed 15 new players this season, but I don't think they're up to the quality of the players that Burnley have signed. Well, we will see. I think Tommy Doyle's going to be a big miss for Cardiff. I actually think he was like one of their standout players last year. So yeah, Kate's gone Birmingham. Doug has gone for the draw. Oh, I'm going to side with the misses in this one. I think I am going to go for a Birmingham win. As much as I've predicted them to go down, they have started the season ridiculously well. Let's have a look. Have we finally caught up? Has the system finally caught up?
Yeah, blame this hot weather on the laptop, probably.
Yeah. Typical. It's this. Honestly, this laptop is beyond slow. Leeds Burnley have signed players this transfer window, unlike Leicester.
Well, they might be getting that Alex Smithies on a free transfer, which doesn't make complete sense. Like when they've got bloody Danny Ward and Daniel Iverson and the other goalie I can't pronounce because his name's Polish.
Is it that
Stork, I think his name is.
Oh, I thought you meant Jakupovic.
No, he was released at the end of last season. I think Alex Smithy's going there. I think he's going to be third choice goalkeeper. So at least one of Iverson and Stolchark is probably going to be going on loans, probably.
No, fair enough. Henry says 1-0 Cardiff. Chris says Aberdeen 5, Motherwell 0. Right stream. Chris says I'm shocked Paul Ince not got his whole family as part of his coaching staff. Anthony says Celtic 9, Rangers 10. Chris says to the True Red, they've sold most of their old squad, and he says Stolchek going out on loan.
There we go then. There we go.
Simon says one thing I can't get used to in the Championship is pitches that are unfit for use and grounds that have sections shut off due to needing repair. Basically, Birmingham love the EFL. Yeah, and the same with Coventry as well. Same with Coventry as well on their stadium.
Don't get me started.
Well, we're going to have some trouble as well because we play Wigan. We play Wigan soon, and literally the day before. Is it the day before? Yeah, it is. Literally the evening before we kick off against them, there's a rugby league match on the pitch. Like, who the hell goes, oh, sorry, you know what? We'll put a league game right before, a rugby league game right before the football game. It's just...
That's just...
mind-blowing.
Ridiculous.
Mind-blowing.
If you're going to have a rugby game, then play away. It's not rocket science. And, this is the thing. I have never been a fan of rugby clubs and football clubs ground sharing because A, the pitch will be absolutely knackered by the rugby, and B, you'll probably get more games postponed. And oh, Chris, that's bad.
That is bad. That's awful, that one, isn't
it? But the Coventry thing, they've had bloody concerts. They've had the Commonwealth Games. Is there any surprise? Is there any surprise that they've had games postponed? Honestly, it's just the mind boggles sometimes at these clubs that think, oh yeah, let's ground share. Yeah, ridiculous.
Chris says new keeper not confirmed. If he signs, will be third choice cover, which means we won't see him on the pitch like Shakopovic. Jigsaw's in over on our Twitch channel. He's gone 3-1 Cardiff. Phil says he's going to the Wigan game and it should be fun. Luke says that's what Coventry do with Wasps.
Yeah.
I think it's memes of the month.
Is it Hull Kingston Rovers? Do they share the K-Com as well?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah.
They do. Football memes is in. He says hi. And Tom says EFL are clueless. Yeah. 100%. Football meme says, didn't Cornet travel to say goodbye to Burnley fans? Yes, he did. He came back to the training ground to pick up some...
Oh, lovely.
Came back to pick up some stuff and said bye to fans outside the training ground. Give away some of his old boots and stuff like that to fans and everything else.
Nice touch, that. Nice touch.
It is. He's turned up in his Lamborghini, though. So, why not? Why not flash? Why not be flash with it? Chris says, as a Welshman, I do not rate Danny Ward. So good luck, Leicester. Wow. Interesting stuff. So, yeah, obviously you've gone for a draw. Me and Kate gone for Birmingham. Now to the seaside. And Blackpool take on Swansea. I mean, I've been impressed with Blackpool this season so far. Again, another team that you don't expect to sort of have had such a great start, but they you'd have thought it would have been the other way around, and Swansea would have been the ones probably destined to win this. But yeah, for me, I can't look past Blackpool. I mean, how do you see it?
I mean, Blackpool 1 win, 1 defeat, so it's pretty good. Swansea have just been terrible, and last week's game against Blackburn was an absolute embarrassment. Absolute embarrassment. Michael Obafemi hasn't started yet, and the thing is, as well, I don't see where his season's going to come up yet. And Swansea have just gone out of the League Cup as well to like Oxford on penalties after being 2-0 up as well. The Swansea fans are not happy with Russell Martin as well, so that might be one to look out for. But for some strange reason, I don't know why, but I've gone for a Swansea win.
Have you?
I've gone for a Swansea win. They've got to win somewhere, and I think they're probably better equipped away than they are at home. So I'm going to go Swansea win.
No, fair enough. Fair play. Ducky says Blackpool 2, Swansea 0. Henry says a draw 1-1. And Carl says Swansea 1-0. This is one of those sort of games that could potentially ruin a bet if you are a gambling person.
Hell yeah.
And Anthony says Swansea to win 2-0. I'm with Kate again. I've gone for Blackpool. I just think I do agree with what you're saying about Swansea, that a win needs to come from somewhere, and maybe that defeat against Blackburn with a kick up the arse. But then yet again, you'd have thought a chance to redeem yourself against Oxford would have been that, and you didn't. So
watch out for Reece Williams in this game as well, because obviously he's ex-Swansea as well.
Yeah. I mean, Blackpool have made some good, decent young signings as well. Obviously, they've got the centre back from you guys.
Yep.
They've loaned Charlie Patino from Arsenal as well.
Yep.
So they've recruited pretty well in terms of the loan. So it's just let's see with Blackpool. Let's see with Blackpool. They could be the surprise package of the season.
Could well be. Yeah.
Kate says you're on 609 subs, by the way. Remember to hit that sub button on both Dan and Doug's channels. Yes, please do. She has hit the nail on the head with that. Please do sub to the channel. Really does help with the algorithm of YouTube, and also likes to our videos also get the videos noticed as well. So remember to hit that sub button, please, for this channel as well as Doug's. As I say, the link is in the description. Simon says probs end up a 4-4 thriller.
4-4. I don't see that, but you never know.
And I don't know what you mean, Chris.
What's crap? Apparently, that's Till I Die TV. The problem with kleptomaniacs is that they always take things literally. I was upset someone because they think about. What the hell?
God knows. True, it is. If you're going to have a rugby match, fair dues, but a rugby match, I'm guessing. But have it after the football match, because the pitch will have the rugby pitch marked out still, and it'd just be awkward for the players' environment. I thought it was a joke, Chris, and it was obviously aimed at yourself because you said about being a kleptomaniac or whatever. I don't get it. Henry says, enjoy your evening, Dan and Doug. I'm off. No worries, Henry. Whatever your reasons, take care, and obviously enjoy the rest of your evening. True Red says Blackpool 3, Swansea 0. Chris Welch says both teams' managers are the blind leading the blind. Chris says, how many Chris's are there in the chat? Funnily enough, we've got Chris Welch, Chris P, Chris from Leicester to Ladar TV.
Chris is a brilliant name.
Chris is right, fair enough, Chris. Fair enough. As I say, I'll just, we'll move on from it. We'll move on from it. But I don't think there was anything named at anybody. Okay,
I'll say that. Yeah.
So we'll just go with that. And Chris says there, you can never have too many Chris's.
Definitely not.
Well, according to this channel, you can't anyway. What's Chris saying? Blackpool Swansea postponed.
Is it?
Well, has it actually been postponed, or
is he expecting it to be postponed?
God knows. Either way, we predicted the Coventry game last week, and that one got postponed because obviously they couldn't play at their pitch. But even if they are postponed, we'll still go through the list anyway because we've got the graphics. Might as well sod it.
No, nothing's been said. I've just checked Blackpool's website. nothing seems to be said there. So I think it's just going ahead as real. Nothing on Swansea. So I think must be. Oh, interesting.
It says, I wish it was postponed.
Oh, I wish it was postponed.
You're a dick, Chris. We've weeded him out. We've weeded out the dick, Chris. We've weeded out the Chris who's a bit of a dick. And we honestly didn't think it was you, Chris. We actually thought it was Leicester, Chris, to be fair. But no, jokes aside. Yeah, it's not one of those games that people want to watch. Chris says, sorry, Dan, big up, sub to this channel and smash those like guys. Off to do my own show. Take care, one and all. Yeah, take it easy, Chris. People do go check out Leicester Till I Die as well. Fantastic channel, and Chris does some amazing stuff. So go show your support. Not now. Don't go to his show. Stay with us and get your predictions in. But, look forward to it. Chris says, I feel sorry for the fans watching this game. Yeah, Met Rugby ran out of letters to type because you're limited. That is true.
Yeah, you are.
I'll be the Welsh Chris. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, you've got Welsh Chris. You've got Carlisle Chris. And then he said it himself. Oi, there's only one Dick Chris and it's me. So if he wants the tag, he can wear it proudly. Speaking of teams that have been getting dicked week in, week out since the start of the season, Huddersfield against Stork. Now, everyone was predicting Huddersfield to do relatively well. Obviously, Coburn leaving at probably the dying hour was not a good thing for them. But Stork, another team that everyone predicted for the drop. I mean, how do you see this one faring?
Well, I know Stoke won last week.
Take it easy, Simon.
I don't think they're going to have a good season. I can see I think Michael O'Neill will probably be the first one to be sacked, if I'm being honest. Huddersfield just haven't started going. It was at 2 defeats in a row. I've got to be honest, I think Stoke are probably better at the Britannia than they are at away. So I think it's a good time for Huddersfield to play Stoke. And I think what better way to get your first win of the season against this team who I think is going to probably struggle most of this season. Home win. I'm going for Huddersfield.
Home win. Interested. See, this one I'm torn on. Whether do I go with Kate again and go for Stork, because I was edging more to Stork, or do I go straight down the middle and do a fair split between the three of us? You know what, bugger it. I'm going to go down the middle. I'm going to sit on the old Forrian fence, and I'm going to go straight down the middle. Chris says, would you take any Stoke players at Burnley? No, we have had enough. We have shut down the factory and the conveyor belt that literally sends every 30-plus player from Stoke to Turf Moor. We do not want any more. The factory, I don't know what happened there. What was that? I shit myself. I don't know what it was. There was like a loud noise just come through the fireplace. I thought, what the hell? And I thought, oh my God, is there like an earthquake or something?
Jesus.
And then all of a sudden it sounded like Hagrid's just fucking drove off. and now there's a car alarm going off out back. So I'm just like, wow, what happened then? I'm actually shook up. I don't know what happened then. that went. That just meant that I had to clench my arse. I actually felt a bit like, whoo. Right, we've got a show to deal with. Forget Hagrid driving off, picking up the next scarred child. Tom says the problem is at our football club, it's not just the manager, it's the owner, the recruitment. What needs to happen is if we lose Saturday, get Neil Warnock in until the end of the season. I mean,
That is, he's retired though, is he?
Yeah, he's called it a day for management.
Yeah, he's called it a day. I'm not sure about Danny Schofield, to be honest. But to be honest, I think if you get the first one, I think it will settle you down anyway. But I'm just not sure about Stoke away. They were very poor at Millwall. Remember, they were very poor at Millwall. I just got a feeling that Huddersfield will get their first win, because I just think Stoke away from home is basically a cheat code for somebody to beat them. So yeah.
Harry Potter episode. God says your face there. Honestly, I don't know what happened. I literally jumped out my skin. I really don't get what happened. That was strange. That definitely threw me off. Chris said was basically a cheat go to the Prem, and Chris says always in Burnley stuff happens, Dan, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. It's not murders or theft or some local bark walking the street. There's always noises galore. Honestly, I think it's probably quieter in Ukraine and Russia right now than it gets in Burnley, because Burnley can be a very feisty place when it wants to be. Speaking of places you don't want to visit, Anthony there in good old Bristol says Stoke 1-0. And Kate says it was a boy racer driving by the house with a loud exhaust. Sounded like it were coming down the fire and set off an alarm. It did. Bit dramatic. Much about Burnley, Daniel. Whatever, McDonald's worker. Yeah, Huddersfield Stoke. Doug has gone for Huddersfield. Where am I? This list has gone kaput now. My mind's gone kaput. You've been ripping pages out of this because this page has gone funny now. So yeah, Doug's gone Huddersfield. I've gone straight down the middle with a draw, and Kate has gone for Stork. Vecna is upon you. It is indeed. Next up, then we go to the place that was rated the worst place to live, Hull. And against Norwich, the team that nobody wants to go visit because it's so far out in the sticks that nobody even knows whereabouts it is. Hull have obviously been bought by obviously someone with a lot of money. Norwich, we expect them to obviously yo-yo up and down as they do. But how do you see this one faring at the well, I've known it as the KC Stadium, but it says there the MKM Stadium now.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I mean, I've always known it as the KC Stadium, the KCOM Stadium. Just ridiculous. I'm going to be honest. I have been very impressed with Hull. I think they played really, really well. That Ozan Tufan looks a good buy as well. Norwich just haven't got going. Like they were lucky last night against Birmingham in the cup as well. They went through on penalties, I think, as well. I've got to be honest. Dean Smith needs to get this right sooner rather than later. Otherwise, he could be one of the first ones to go. I think Norwich's doom and gloom is going to continue. I'm going for a Hull win.
Wow. Well, so that's you and Kate both going for Hull, where I've gone for Norwich. I think that this is where Norwich could potentially turn it around. Chris has called the KFC Stadium. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously, Norwich need to find their feet and get a result from somewhere. Why not get it against Hull? Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. Next up, then, we have Luton against Preston. Preston, for me, have bought quite well in this transfer window, even in terms of some of the free agents that they signed. Luton, however, seem to just be continuing like last season never ended. The way they played against us the other week was phenomenal. I honestly thought we were going to get beaten comfortably. So, yeah, I'd expect being back at Kenilworth Road, a very intimidating old school ground, where you practically feel like one of the players because you sat pretty much by the pitch. I mean, how do you see this one? It's basically a battle of the teams in white, although Luton now play in orange.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, Preston are just lacking something in the final third at the moment, and obviously, Ched Evans getting sent off against Wigan didn't help. But they have Troy Parrott, they got Ben Woodburn, but Luton, as you said, they just continue where they left off last season, and Luton are pretty strong at Kenilworth Road, so I'm going to go for another home win. I'm going Luton.
Yeah, I'm with you. 100%. I just think Luton will get this. Kate's gone for a Forian fence. She's gone to sit on Chris's fence. He's been nominated as the Forian fence now because he sits on it too often. But yeah, Kate's gone for the draw in that one. Then next up on the list, Ducky's coming. Carl says 2-0 Luton, and Ducky says 3-0 Luton. On to the next one then. Trip to Millwall against a team that don't even have grass on the pitch. Whether they have 11 players that will turn up on the pitch is a different story. How do you see this one?
I mean, Millwall are pretty good at home, but they're pretty poor away. Coventry, they played one game, practically. They played one game. I'll be honest. This might shock you, but there is apparently interest from Everton for, is it Gyökeres?
Yeah, the forward. We were linked with him last year, but Coventry told us to back off, basically.
Yeah. So I imagine what they're going to tell Everton. I saw it on Everton Rose's channel. So I was like, interesting. I am going to be honest that this one could be a toss of a coin. Millwall could win, Coventry could win, or it could be a draw. I think Coventry will be the fresher of the two sides, having not played. I am going to go for Coventry.
Well, interesting. Kate's gone for Millwall. Mm-hmm. I've gone for the draw. So I've done a tactical substitution with Kate off the fence. And you are going for Coventry. Another split between the lot of us, which is very, very interesting. Can I just say a massive thank you to everybody who is engaging with us in the chat. Do appreciate everybody who is putting their comments in and their predictions as well. So thank you very much for engaging in these shows. I do appreciate you all. But yeah, it is an even split across the board for that one. Another two teams, similar to Huddersfield and Stork, who have been poor. Probably Rotherham and Reading. Now this is a do or die game. For those that said Blackpool Swansea was something that they're not looking forward to, this one basically trumps it in my eyes.
Bloody hell. I mean, both of these sides I predicted to be relegated anyway. I mean, Reading have probably started they did beat Cardiff last week, and to be fair, they did play well. But Reading are absolute pants away from home. They're absolutely pants. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I said in my predictions I wasn't sure where most of Rotherham's points are coming from. Rotherham win.
Hey, you know what? I'm with you. I am with you. I think a Rotherham win too. Kate's gone for Reading. I'm hoping this is the start of Kate's falter, where she drops down and then about halfway through the scene she goes, I'm fed up of being bottom. I'm not doing it anymore. And I've got old
honestly,
bitch fit.
honestly, Reading are absolute crap.
They
away
are.
from home. So, but Rotherham are pretty bad themselves as well. But they'll be the fresher of the two sides, having no played either. So, yeah, for me, I think it's going to be Rotherham win.
No, I'm same. I'm same. Everyone's saying Rotherham pretty much. Chris said 0-0. FCB Fan TV said 2-1 to Reading. Kate's gone for a Reading win as well. And Chris says, sorry, I mean Rotherham are, Reading are. They are standing for relegation. Interesting indeed. On to then one of the clubs in the Championship who were promoted last season. Sunderland at home to QPR. This could be a good one.
Yeah, I expect goals in this game, actually. Both can't defend to save themselves, but I think Michael Beale has done very, very well at QPR. I think they didn't look great against Blackburn. I'll say that. They didn't look too good against Blackburn, but last week against Middlesbrough was what you have sort of QPR as. They're a very, very good goal-scoring team as well. Sunderland, fantastic win away at Bristol City. Sorry, Anthony, I know you're in the chat. But I have to say as well, I thought Sunderland being out of the cup, I think will help them because they can obviously focus on the league as well. It is at the Stadium of Light. QPR don't have the best of records at the Stadium of Light, so I'm going for a Sunderland home win.
Yeah, funnily enough, I'm with you again. I've gone for the Mackens to do it at the Stadium of Light. Kate has gone down the middle. She's back on the fence, and she's gone for the draw. And if you heard a cough in there, don't worry, this isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. She's not trying to give me the answers. And she's all right. Next up, then, obviously, we back to the pie eating capital. It's basically the pie eaters against the cider drinkers. How do you see it? Basically, beer belly or food belly? Who's winning this one?
I thought the pie capital was Kilmarnock, but there we go. Wow. I mean, Bristol City haven't started well either, but they were unlucky against Hull. They had a dubious penalty given against them, which was never a penalty. And then last week they obviously lost against Sunderland, but they score goals. Wigan don't, and that's my inkling towards going for a Bristol City win. I'm going to go for Bristol City because I don't see where the goals are coming from Wigan. And Bristol City, you've got Andreas Weimann there. I think, I'm going to go for a Bristol City away win.
I think this is 3 on the trot where me and you have agreed.
Oh, wow.
3 on the bounce where me and you are in unison with our choices. I do just seem to think that I take into account their win the other night in the Cup as well. You know, they won 3-0. Yeah. They won comfortably. But we shall see. Anthony said, obviously, QPR 2-1. Truett said, Wigan 2, Bristol City 0. Chris says, I can't believe that viruses and bacteria would just invade my body without permission. That makes me sick. Oh. Chris also has said Wigan 2, Bristol City 0. Ducky's gone for Bristol City to win 2-1. And obviously Anthony would go for a Bristol win. Drink up your cider. Of course.
Drink up your cider.
4-1 against Coventry in the Cup, was it? Fair enough.
Yeah.
Jeff's in. Hope you are well, Jeff. Good morning, as you are obviously in the Philippines. Good morning, good evening to your fine self. Hope you are well. He's going for Wigan as well. Interesting. So we have got 2 more games left. Next up, then, we have Borough against Sheffield United. Now, I expect a better from Borough. I know it's only the start of the season, but I expected them to hit the ground running, and they haven't.
You could say the same about Sheffield United as well.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a cup game going on, aren't they? They're playing West Brom. I don't know what the score is. Let me just double check. Because
Chris says that I'm agreeing with you, so that you'll keep me as a subscriber.
I'm keeping them as a... Oh, West Brom beat Sheffield United. Wow. There we go. 1-0. You could say the same about Sheffield United. They've been a little bit disappointing as well.
Yeah.
But I have Sheffield United to win the championship. So I just have a feeling Chris Wilder against his former club, of course. I think Sheffield United have been a little bit up and down. I think they did well against Millwall. They did very well against Millwall, and then they've obviously just been beaten by West Brom. But then again, not being in the cup means you can focus on the league. I'm going for Sheffield United away win.
Sheffield United away win. Oh, this is where we say our goodbyes. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say that Borough nick it. I think that Chris Wilder may come back to haunt his former club. Potentially nick the points. True Red says 0-0. Brush is in. Hope you're well, Brush. He says, big up, Dan and Doug. Hope you are well. And he says, smash that like, folks. Totally agree. Please do smash that like button. Chris says, oh, sorry, you're not YouTube's version of Alvin and the Chipmunks buying subs that they've lost their peanuts. No, exactly. Never. I'd rather people subscribe because I'm just genuine and being me and posting whatever, not because I have to. I mean, how can someone have over 2K subs and still not have the watch hours?
Yeah.
Madness.
Exactly,
Absolutely madness.
Exactly. But we work hard and we grind hard.
We do. And speaking of teams I expect to grind hard on Sunday afternoon is West Brom. I expect them to grind their arses to the bone and knock these stinky sister botherers off their perch because I am fed up of it already. I do not want these horse meddlers anywhere near the top of this division. They've stayed there long enough. So I think that counts for me as a West Brom win. I will put that in already. Kate's gone for Blackburn again, would you believe? Clearly, that's what, as she says there, I went for a Blackburn win. Don't hate me. I don't hate you. I'm just very, very, very disappointed. Anthony says 10 likes. It says, thank you very much to everyone liking. I do appreciate it. Jeff says he'll go for a Sheffield win, but only because one of my hometown lads plays for them. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. How do you see this one faring then? Obviously, Blackburn have hit the ground running. They did last year. John Dahl Tomasson has done as much as it pains me to say it, a good job since coming in. However, this is where I expect a Steve Bruce masterclass. However, you might have other ideas, so give us your thoughts.
I think it's safe to say Blackburn have started very, very well. They started like a house on fire. They've been very, very good. I mean, that 3-0 win against Swansea was very, very good. Remains to be seen if they can keep Everton Diaz. There's been a lot of potential suitors. As well. Really, Chris? Vandenberg set to join Blackburn. So you're going to be joining Tyler Morton at Blackburn as well, which makes sense, to be honest. I think Tyler Morton is a very, very good player. West Brom, again, they flattered to deceive as well. They've been a little bit up and down. 1-1 with Watford. I can't even remember who they played the first game, but they didn't. They drew 1-1 with Middlesbrough as well, didn't they? So
yeah,
that's obviously been their first win tonight. You're going to hate me, but I'm going Blackburn.
I don't blame you. I just can't bring myself to do it.
Blackburn are just playing so well at the moment, and Lewis Travers seems to be getting a couple of goals as well. Like, he scored an absolute screamer against QPR, and then the one the other day was pretty special as well. So, yeah. For me, I think Blackburn are going to, unfortunately for you, finish top of the pile again.
Yeah, not for long. Ducky says, as much as it pains me sometimes, you have to be realistic. I think Blackburn win this 2-1. Jeff says, sorry, Dan, but Blackburn, for me, they're playing well at the moment. True Red says, Blackburn 3, West Brom 0, been unbelievable so far. Can't see a Steve Broussard stopping them. And Chris Watch says, weren't Burnley interested in Van der Berg, Dan, or was that just rumours? No, it wasn't just rumours. Apparently, we were the front runners for Sepp Van der Berg. However, Liverpool want a clause in the contract where he has to play at least a minimum of make a minimum of 30 appearances, and we've already sort of got that in the contract of the loan. Well, in the loan contract for Taylor Harwood-Bellis, so we couldn't really have that for two loan signing defenders, as it would just be an absolute massacre. So. It is what it is. If he goes to Blackburn, fair enough. I mean, he'll still obviously piss off the Preston fan base because he was loved there at Preston. Yeah. But it is what it is. It's just, that's the thing. Didn't he reject Blackburn for Burnley the other day because of Vincent Kompany? That's probably media headlines, but as I say, when your attentions turn and they say, listen, they had clauses and stuff, it just makes things a little bit different sometimes. So let's look back through it then. Let's go back through it and give you a brief rundown of what we have predicted. So obviously it starts tomorrow, Watford, Burnley. However, if you are in and you're watching, I will be doing a live watch along for the game tomorrow. So please do tune in at 7:45. Kickoff is due at 8 o'clock. We'll be going through the team news and obviously taking you through the game. Anthony says, Burnley's gone in for another bid for Isaac Davis from Cardiff. Looks like it will get accepted. I've not seen much of him. I don't know anything about him, to be fair. I don't know what he's like, if he's any good.
He's one of their future ones, I think, coming through. I think that's a very, very good deal if you can get him through the door. I think he's definitely one to watch. Well, definitely one to watch for sure.
I'll have to. People are saying good things about him, but then I've heard some fans saying, "Yeah, get rid of him for 3.5 million. It's a steal." So I don't know. You've always got splits in fan bases, haven't you?
I'll tell you the person to ask. Nathan from the World of Football podcast, the one I do. He's the one to probably ask about Isaac Davis and his dad as well. Their father and son duo. I'd get them on to probably speak about Isaac Davis. And obviously, whenever you play Cardiff, you can get them on for a preview as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think I need a Cardiff fan. I'm not sure. I'll have to. There's about 4 teams that I haven't found anyone for, but we will see. I've already found my whole fan for Tuesday's game as well. So Tuesday's preview is already penciled in for Monday, ahead of the game. Chris says, when have Preston become relevant? The answer is never. Well said. Well said. Anthony says, Dan, is that on Sky Sports? It is indeed. True Red says, get the championship done for the weekend, then Super Sunday. What's super about Notts Forest? Come on. Notts. You're going to get tied in knots by players aplenty. Chris says, I have plenty of Cardiff fans. Probably in your back pocket. With all the banter as well. So as I say, Watford, Burnley have gone for a draw, where Doug and Kate have both gone for a Burnley win. Funny enough, Lucas in the chat, he says, big up to yourself. Chris Welch says, Watford, Burnley, Friday night football in the Premier League. Sorry, I mean Championship. Spell check is awful these days.
Oh, dear.
Well, you know what, Chris? I'll let you have it. You are taking defeat in the cup very, very well. So yeah, moving on next to Cardiff Birmingham. Doug went on the fence for this one, where me and Kate went for a Birmingham win. Blackpool. Me and Kate went for Blackpool to win, where Doug thinks Swansea will finally get their season up and running. Huddersfield, Stork, it's an even split. Doug's gone for Huddersfield to rectify their issues. I've gone onto the fence, where Kate has gone for Stork. Hull, Norwich, Kate and Doug have gone for Hull, where I've gone for Dean Smith to get Norwich's problems sorted. Luton to beat Preston is how me and Doug have seen it. However, Kate's sat on the proverbial fence. Millwall, Coventry, another one that is very, very much split. Kate's gone for Millwall. I've gone down the middle, and Doug has gone for Coventry. Rotherham and against Reading, two teams it's not even worth the watch. Don't think there'll be much on the highlights reel, to be fair. But me and Doug have gone for a Rotherham win, where Kate has gone for Reading. Sunderland, QPR then, and me and Doug again agreed that the Mackhams will win this against Queen's Park Rangers. Kate on the fence. Wigan, Bristol City, me and Doug for a third time in a row, obviously backing Bristol City to win, where Kate's gone for Wigan. Borough against Sheffield United, another even split. Myself going for Borough, Doug going for Sheffield United, and Kate on the fence again. She's been on the fence quite a few times tonight. And to finish off, I've gone for a West Brom win, which is how it should be. But Kate and Doug have gone for the Dirties. However, that is this week's predictions. Let's have a look at some of the comments then. True Red says, Jesus Christ, Dan, you never learn. Never. Anthony says, good stream, Dan. Big up, Doug. Thank you very much, Anthony.
Anthony.
Chris says, we're focusing on the league. Thanks, Preston, by the way, for getting rid of your captain to us. AFCB Fan TV says Cardiff City 2-1. Chris Watt says, Alvin has arrived. Ducky says, from what I have just read, Buddy Vanderberg wants to join Burnley. Maybe we should get him especially if the Charlie Taylor to West Ham rumours are true. Well, we shall see. And Anthony says, press the like button, people, only because Dan's gone for Bristol City three times in a week. But yeah, I have backed Bristol City a few times. I don't know why. If you weren't in, I'd probably back against them. But I'm trying to be nice to you. However, thank you very much, Doug, for coming in and giving your predictions. I do enjoy it when we're on and doing shows together. So thanks for giving up your time. And again, where can people find you and your wonderful stuff?
Yeah, likewise, Dan. It's been a pleasure. And we'll definitely get you on for the Prem Prediction Show at some point as well. Yeah, my YouTube is the Duggar Football Channel on YouTube. Instagram is Douglas.Horn. Twitter handle is Enrod_992. And I'm also on Facebook at Douglas James Horn. Happy
days. Anthony says, cheers, Dan. Much love. No problem, Flower. No problem. Sahab Ali says, hey, Dan, how are you? I'm all good. We are just wrapping up here. Don't worry. You've not missed out where I put West Ham because it's a championship prediction show. So don't worry about it. And by the way, we were just talking about if Charlie Taylor goes to West Ham. Fingers crossed he doesn't, but I know you're looking for a left back. Chris says, see, Scottish people can be nice, Dan. We have found a rare one in Doug. We have found a rare one. And Ducky says, been really impressed by Charlie Taylor at centre-back so far, so it would be a nightmare to lose him now. 100%.
I agree.
100%. So thank you very much, everyone in the chat, for your predictions, getting involved with us. I really do enjoy everybody having a laugh and a chat and a chinwag. So thank you very much for that. as I say, please do drop a like on this video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also go into the description of it and go and check out Doug's channel as well. So please do go and show Doug your support. Carl says thanks for a good show to you both.
Cheers, Carl.
Not a problem. And Luke says Jesse Lingard, West Ham reject. If he's a West Ham reject that's playing for your club for a lot of money, just saying. And Chris says, yeah, at least Doug didn't have to parade. Didn't have a parade after England-Scotland, unlike some Scotland fans.
Oh, dearie me.
Well, to end on that note, let's not parade no further. Thank you very much again, Doug. Do appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And yeah, everybody, take it easy. The match week 3 is upon us for the Championship. Match week 2 for the Premier League. But obviously, join us tomorrow night, 7:45, where we'll be doing a watch along for Watford against Burnley. Take it easy, everyone, and up the Clarets.